So you want to make a lot of stubs. Well, we got just a video right here for you. This is our next roster update prediction. As you guys know, we've been making a ton of stubs. Last roster update, we made 650K. So we know a little bit about what we're doing here. So make sure you guys are following along and make sure you guys stay till the end because we have our diamonds in the rough. And that way, these are the golds that can go diamond. You can make a ton of stubs off these ones. So for this video, I'm going to switch up just a little bit right here. We have been doing our bronze to silver, but I just feel like we're not making a ton of stubs off of that. So this time we're actually gonna do a lot more golds to diamonds. That way you guys can still make a lot of stubs. Now there are some that could be a little bit tough, but again, they are still viable. You can still make a great amount of stubs off of them. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like, make sure you guys do subscribe, and let's get right into it. So our first silver to gold will be Kyle Gibson. He's a starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers. He's having a pretty damn good year so far. Over the last 14 days, people are actually only batting 188 against him, which is obviously amazing. Looking at his hits per nine right now at 81, you know, we can get a little bit of a boost there, maybe up to 83, 84. Now look at his strikeouts. You know, he does have 81 strikeouts in 95 innings. Right now it's sitting at 50. 81 in 95 innings. Not amazing, right? I mean, not anything crazy, but I think we could even get a little bit of boost right there, maybe to a 52, 53 right there. And even his walks per nine, he has 29 walks and 95 innings pitched. I think we get that a little bit of a boost as well. You know, he's had a great year. He's had a great past 2 weeks. Now, it could be a little bit of a jump right here. He is at a 76, so I do think he will get upgraded. Is it to gold? We'll have to see, but hopefully he gets at least close to that. And that is our first silver to gold. Our next silver to gold will be another pitcher. It is Anthony DeSclafani from the San Francisco Giants. I mean, just like Kyle Gibson, he is having a great past 2 weeks. So looking at his past 14 days, people are only batting 194 against him. He does have 22 strikeouts as well, so he's had a great past few weeks right here. I think we can even get that hits per nine up a little bit more too. I think we can even up his Ks per nine as well. I mean, he's sitting at 93 strikeouts and 101 innings pitched. You know, nothing crazy, maybe a +5, maybe a +4, somewhere around that, but that, you know, that plays big dividends in the end of his overall. So looking at his walks per nine attribute, it is at a 69. He does have 28 walks and 101 innings pitched. I think we can boost that even like a +2 or a +3. I mean, just everything combined within that, I think it has a great shot to go gold. All right, so like I said, we're going to take this a little bit different right here. We're going to be talking about our golds to diamond. We're going to give you a little bit more than what we did in the past. Now, these guys, not bad investments. These guys, I have a very high chance of going diamond. Now, their buy nows are close to 4K, so they're hovering up there. So you could still make about 1,000 stubs on each one of them, but you do have to have some capital. You do have to have some stubs, so just keep that in mind. But I do think that a lot of these guys right here have a great chance to go diamond. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and talk about Freddy Peralta, the pitcher for the Brewers. I know we talked about him a little bit earlier before, but dude, this guy is going insane this year. Just looking at his stats over the past 7 days, over the past 14 days, he's got a .098 batting average against him. That's literally insane. 25 strikeouts as well. One thing I've been talking about him that I think needs a major boost is his strikeouts per nine. Looking at his 121 strikeouts and 93 innings pitched. I mean, that thing's got to be close to 100. I mean, he has been fantastic with the strikeouts this year. So one thing that Freddy Peralta does struggle with is his walks per nine. Just looking at his card, he's got 42 walks in 93 innings pitched this year. So not great by any means, right? So I think maybe that can hold him back just a little bit. I think 41 is pretty good where it's at, but just keep that in mind is that could be maybe a factor that plays in there. He doesn't go diamond, but I think I'm about 90% positive that Freddy Peralta will be going diamond this update. Our next gold to diamond will be Ozzie Albies, the second baseman for the Atlanta Braves. This dude finally is starting to hit against righties, which has been the biggest problem with this card. And with that, we're getting some major attribute boosts right here. So right now he is batting .242 versus righties, but over the past couple weeks, he's been actually insane. He had, I think it was a 5-for-7 night a couple days ago. So he's been absolutely killing righties here lately. If you guys look right now, he does have +13. Now it's not going to be that drastic by any means, but +13 does give him to an 88. I think we give him a +5 on each side, and that's very easily doable for him to go diamond. He is absolutely still killing lefties as well. He's batting .338 over the course of the year. I mean, sitting at a 91 is probably where it's going to be, but I mean, you could have a +1 or a +2, maybe even that power as well. I think Ozzie Albies, again, I'm about 90% sure he will go diamond this update. Another player that I think has a very high chance to go diamond is Joe Musgrove. He is a pitcher for the Padres. I know we've talked about him in videos past, but I still think this man is severely underrated so far. So I will say in his past couple starts, he hasn't been phenomenal, right? He hasn't been crazy, but just like with Marcus Semien, you know, he had a bad 2 weeks, but he still went diamond. Just holistically looking at Joe Musgrove's stats this year, I got a big chance that he's going to go diamond this time. Again, one of the biggest things to look at with Joe Musgrove is his strikeouts per 9, and it seems like it's so underrated right now. He's thrown 89 innings, he has 106 strikeouts. I mean, he's got 72 strikeouts per 9 right now. I mean, if you boost that probably by 6, he's a diamond. I don't know why it's not more, like, I don't know why it's not been talked about more, but I think his strikeouts per 9 is the biggest reason why he will go diamond. So in the past 2 weeks, people are batting 171 against him. In the past week, they are batting 267. So like I said, he did have, you know, one pretty bad start, but still hits per 9 at 84, and people are batting 176 against him this entire year. I think that needs boosted as well. I really like Joe Musgrove. I think he is almost a guaranteed diamond as well. So before we get into our diamonds and rough, there was another player I want to just mention as an honorable mention. There's actually 2 guys, Teoscar Hernandez and Salvador Perez. I really like what they're doing this year. I still think Salvador Perez's contact versus lefties is super underrated. I don't know why it's not up there. They are guys that I think are more on the fringe, and I don't think we see a huge update like we did last week. There was 10 players, and that's why I kind of left them off right here. I think it'll be really close to just having 2 to 3 guys, especially since we had a huge roster update last week. So keep those guys in mind as well, as they can be guys in the future. So our first diamond in the rough, somebody that could go diamond in the near future, it was Edwin Diaz. He's a closer for the New York Mets. I've kind of seen him under the radar for a long time. He's, you know, the past couple years, he hasn't been great. The last year, he was really good. This year, he's been even better at this point. So in the past 14 days, he hasn't even given up a hit. And in the past month, people are only batting 115 off of him. That's literally nuts. He's got 89 hits per 9 right now. I think we boost that up, get him to the mid 90s right there. Looking at his strikeouts per 9, you know, he does have 41 strikeouts and 31 innings pitched. You know, it could get a little bit of a boost right there. I don't think that's me a major one, but I do think his hits per 9 will go up. Now, like I said, I don't think he's going to go diamond this time, but if he keeps up what he's doing, you know, give him another roster update, he could very well go diamond there. So the last diamond rough will be Tyler O'Neill. He is the left fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, and a lot of people might be asking, Ray, what are we thinking here? You know, he's not great against lefties. But the thing with Tyler O'Neill is he already has the defense. He already has the speed. If he could just start hitting against lefties, I mean, he's almost a guaranteed diamond. So over the past 14 days, he is batting 289. Over the past month, he's batting 280. You know, again, he is a lot better against righties. Like, we're going to clear that out of the woods. He's batting 291 versus righties. He's only batting 216 versus lefties. You know, if you give him maybe a hot month where, you know, he get that batting average up to like 250 versus lefties, I could see him, you know, it's a very, very long term for him. But, you know, if he can get that up and he can still hit for power against lefties, you know, everything mixed together within his fielding and his speed. That just makes it so much easier for him to go diamond. You guys, we're always looking for those guys that have really good fielding already. And if they can just boost up their hitting attributes, you know, they have a very good chance to go diamond. Like, again, he's going to be somebody that's going to be, you know, a long-term investment and somebody that really needs to hit against lefties. But if he does, I mean, this guy could be a diamond. All right, so that'll do it for this week's roster update. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Let me know if I missed anybody. I try to get you guys people that, you know, you can make stubs off of. I know most of them right now. This is a tougher one. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot tougher. A lot of the guys that I think are locks to go diamond are, you know, a little bit priced right now. But if you have the stubs and you buy them for 4K and then you go ahead and quick sell them for 5, I mean, you're making 1,000 off the flip each time. It's not gonna be, you know, a big stub return right there. But if you have a lot and you put into it, you know, you could get a decent amount. So just keep that in mind, you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys do subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.